to Vasquez.
Freshman Queen who's driving, floats it.
And here comes the message on the floor. With 2 seconds. Here it goes for the win.
Welcome in, Terps fans, to another Fear the Podcast. I'm Matt Moderno. I'm pleased to be joined here by Jim Ferry, the head coach of UMBC, the other school in the University of Maryland family here that we like to root for locally. So, Jim, thanks for coming on, and excited to talk to you guys before an exhibition game against the Terps.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. Really appreciate it, man. It's always fun to talk Maryland hoops.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great opportunity. Love seeing the local schools get together, if even only for an exhibition. Would like to see it in the regular season here, too, just because I think it's fun for fans. You get a local rivalry aspect to it, which is always cool. But the game is Monday night at 7 p.m. in College Park for fans. So if you're listening to this, go out and still get your tickets. It should be a fun watch. But Jim, I'm really excited about this group you guys have put together. I would say last year probably didn't work out quite the way you guys would hope it would for everybody involved. But seems like the things you did well last year, shoot the ball, you're going to be able to do this year, and things you didn't do as well, maybe like rebounding, you really addressed that in the portal, and it just seems like a really complete, like, put together team, and I'm excited for what you guys are going to bring this season.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm excited too right now. But yeah, we did. You know, I thought last year, listen, we could score with anybody in the country. I mean, we one of the best offensive teams in the country, and a lot of times my teams are, you know, even going back to my first head coaching job to now here at UMBC and in the middle at Penn State and Duquesne, we always scored a ball. Last year, we just couldn't rebound it, man. Like, and actually, we guarded pretty well. Statistically, it won't look like it because we just couldn't get the rebound, but we did get a lot of the, you know, first shot, got teams to miss on their first shot. We just couldn't rebound the ball. So we definitely made that a priority for us in the offseason. We went out and we recruited more depth, more size, more length, athleticism. And it's been playing out pretty well for us right now. The guys are really competing. I'm excited about the group. We have not had a bad day yet. These guys come in every day. Great group. You know, we did some stuff in the summer and team bonding because you're bringing in 10 new guys like everybody's doing, right? And it's just a great group, man. They really get after each other, but they have fun with each other. And we had a scrimmage the other day, and I thought we did a lot of the things that we wanted to do, right? And they're trying every day to do what we asked them to do. So it's good. It's a good group. It's going to take us a little while just because we have so many new guys that I think as we move on and get ready towards league play, I think you'll start to see who we can really be.
For anybody who hasn't watched, you know, many of your teams in the past, like, how would you describe the identity you want this group to play with on both offense and defense?
Yeah, I mean, I want to play the right way, right? I want to play really hard. I want to be unselfish. I want to be tough, and I want to be disciplined. And when you watch us play, hopefully that's something that you'll see within our program. You know, we might not shoot it as well as we did last year, or certainly not as much as we did it last year, but we don't need to. We'll be able to get fouled more. Sure. We have the ability to come at you in a lot of different ways offensively, but I think you'll see the difference defensively. We cover more ground. Mm-hmm. We have more length. We're physical, and we're tough. We had a tough group of guys right now. Now that's going to be challenged Monday night, no doubt for sure. But it's perfect. It's a perfect time for us to go in and play Maryland to challenge us that way.
We talked about the rebounding here a little bit. That's obviously what these Buzz Williams, Texas A&M teams are known for. I think this Maryland team will have the same footprint. Was that part of the appeal of this particular exhibition?
Not really.
Okay.
You know, I've always played Maryland, right? Like since I got here at UMBC, I'm trying to play all the local teams. I'm playing Georgetown, I'm playing GW, I'm playing American. We play we try to play Towson and you know, everybody locally. It's just sometimes the dates don't work out. Sure. And we actually had it on the books to play Maryland again this year. Okay. We played them, I think, last year or the year we played them.
It was last year.
And then when Kevin left, you know, Buzz transition coming in, he's got 1,000 things going on, and he did what he had to do, what he felt best was his program. But then they reached out to us and said, you know, hey, we're not going to play the game, but would you be interested in an exhibition game? And I was like, oh, absolutely. Anytime we can do it, absolutely. And it just turns out that, you know, last year, his team was number one in the country in offensive rebound percentage per game. and we were not. So I think it turns out that it'll be a great opportunity for us to be challenged right off the bat and see where we stand right now.
How do you prepare for an exhibition game like this? You mentioned all the new faces. This is a totally new Maryland group. Obviously, some of those players come over with Coach Williams from Texas A&M, but do you watch their tape? Do you not worry about the tape? Do you watch players at other stops? Like, how do you watch film and get ready for this?
You know what? I want to try to use this opportunity to prepare our guys for what it's going to be like how our scouting reports are going to be done. Because, like you said, when people come from all different programs, people do it differently.
Exactly.
So I did want to put together a little bit of a scouting report, have a little bit of shoot around to kind of show them how we're going to do it for games. But no, I haven't watched any tape on there. I'm worried about us. Even today's practice this morning, we talked about just staying present, right? They're excited. That guys want to play, right? They just want to play, period. And the fact that we have to go play Maryland is exciting. And I say, guys, let's just stay present. Like, we didn't do any prep for Maryland. I don't think we're going to do much prep for Maryland tomorrow. It's about us. So we're really focusing on what we do. And really sticking to our foundation and what we're trying to do. So some teams might approach it a little differently and do a scouting report, but we will watch their personnel. Thank God for synergy, right? Because everybody's got, which is probably the same thing Buzz is doing, right? Like, we have guys from all different teams. So you're going to look at guys for tendencies just so we can talk to our guys to prepare them, not even necessarily for Maryland, but this is how we're going to do it. This is how, and then let these kids get comfortable, because then you open up the season and you're playing games after game. So, that's what we're going to use the scouting part for. But otherwise, it's going to just be, hey, let's focus on us. And that's what it's going to be, the mentality during the game, too. We're just focusing on us. I'm going to play a lot of guys. We're still trying to figure out a rotation and try to figure out what pieces work well together. So, that's going to be the mindset going into this exhibition game.
How do you balance that of like, hey, we still want to win it, even though it's an exhibition, versus we want to just try different combos and different looks at things? And like, how do you kind of strike that balance, I guess?
Hey, listen, we're all competitors, right? That's kind of why we're in this, right? As we're former players and now we're coaches, and I have a bunch of competitive guys. And hey, listen, don't get me wrong, right? If by chance we're in striking distance and we have a chance to win, I'm going to try to win, right? But in the meantime, like, we just really have to focus on ourselves. Like, I'm not going to, go crazy if they do something that we're not prepared for. I'll call timeout and we'll draw it up and we'll go play. But I really want to see how connected we are as a team. How much we're communicating, how physical we can be against one of the most physical teams we'll probably face all year, how we're going to rebound the ball, and how we're going to share it. And then ultimately, how are we going to respond with some adversity that occurs during a game, because there will be some, which I think pops up more than what it does in practice. So I think this is where we're really trying to focus on to use this stuff for our growth.
Yeah, I think during a typical regular season game, or even the non-conference here, you would probably stick true to what you want to do principles wise, but make some adjustments based on a specific matchup. But for this one, when you're more focused on you and your team, are there particular aspects of what you guys want to do that you think will be tested by a Big Ten opponent?
Well, right off the bat, rebounding, right? Right off the bat, because Buzz's team is going to be really aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass too, and they're going to play so hard and so physical. And when I was at Penn State, we played against Buzz's team, I think twice, when he was at Virginia Tech. So, we're going to be prepared for a team that's extremely talented, extremely well coached. Like I said, big, physical. Buzz and I texted a little bit this week to each other, and we're both just kind of like, yeah, we got all these new guys, man. We're still trying to figure out what we're doing. But like I said, ultimately, I want to see us stick together. I want to see us go into this environment and play a really good coach team, a really good team, and just see where we stand right now. And not even where we stand with Maryland, but where we stand amongst ourselves right now, because the season opens up in, I don't know how many days, 10 days, I don't know. And we just got to keep progressing. Like, that's our whole thing. It's usually my mantra, but it's more so every year now with the new rosters. Just keep focusing on getting better every day, because unlike Maryland, right, like, they have to have some key wins. And, I coach in the Big Ten, so I understand how many opportunities there are to get good wins, but you can't have a bad loss, right? And for us at our level, it's got nothing to do with that. Us is about getting as good as you can get for that last game of the season and trying to make a run at the tournament, right? I mean, we can, we're playing a bunch of up games this year. We could win all of them, and it does nothing for us in regards to getting in the tournament or not. It's about, winning our conference and competing in our conference, getting in the top half. And I think that's what we're focusing on, is just trying to get better every single day.
You mentioned having, a lot of new personnel here, trying to learn everybody. And it's obviously one thing in practice, but guys might respond different to being coached slightly differently in game. Is that the value of an exhibition too, for your perspective of just figuring out how to manage different guys and different personalities and how they'll respond to certain things in the moment?
No doubt. No doubt. And them too, right? Like, and
Yeah.
them seeing how I coach during games, and what I keep saying to these guys in different ways is like, hey, man, you've all come from different programs, so I don't know how they've done it, nor do I care.
Right. This is how we do it.
This is how we're going to do it, right? And then, but yeah, seeing how kids handle game situations are totally different than practice situations. You can practice game situations, but it's totally different when you get to the games. And then, listen, right now, everybody's playing 40 minutes a game, because in practice, we all practice and compete. Now we get to game times, and some people might not play as much as they think they're going to play, or some people play more, or the combinations. I switch up teams every single day in practice, especially early in the season, every day, because to me, the most important thing is the competition than it is, putting a team together. We'll get to that point. So, yeah, we're going to learn a lot about each other, right? Hey, what happens if Maryland, God forbid, goes on a 8-0 run to start the game? We haven't had an 8-0 run in practice yet, right? How are we going to handle it if we go on an 8-0 run to start the game, right? We're going to be jumping all over the place, or it's a long game. We got to figure out how to play. So I think it's that's why we need these. I actually think the NCAA should be giving us more. We should at least have 3 of these opportunities. Why not? I've been watching some of these on TV. They've been awesome.
That's a great
Georgetown
atmosphere
at
even now.
GW was awesome. I want to talk to Buzz and see if maybe next year he'll come to us, help us out a little bit and get it going. But no, they're awesome. And why not have 3 opportunities to really get to know your team as we move on, especially with so many of these different teams having so many different guys on rosters.
Yeah, the secret scrimmage only does so much for you when you don't get the environment and all those things. It's just another kind of super practice, it seems like. Whereas this is a game feel without any of the the consequences to losing.
Yeah, no doubt. Like we're gonna put our game uniforms on, and I believe they are as well. Like it's a game, so let's go play the game.
When I think of UMBC teams, especially under you, I think about really good guard play, dynamic guards, playmakers. You bring in Devin Caesar from Old Dominion last year. Like, any other newcomers that Maryland fans are watching this need to be aware of going into the game, or should be expecting to see big performances from?
Yeah, I mean, we have Ace Valentine back, but Ace is still recovering from injury. I'm not sure if I'm even playing him on Monday night. But yeah, we have this kid Jalakai King, who was a Division II transfer from New Haven, who played for one of my good friends. Just a quick, dynamic guard that, he's kind of one of the guards that I usually have, right? Like. The kid can scoot, he can play, you can tell he's played a lot of basketball. DJ Armstrong. You guys
Darryl
remember
Armstrong's son, right?
Yeah, it's Darryl Armstrong's son, and he's been awesome. Just really mature and disciplined and consistent every single day. I think he's a really good basketball player. Those guys have been playing very well. Devin Caesar's working his way back from an injury that he had last year, and he had turned an ankle earlier for us. So he's making some progress now over the last couple of weeks. And, for the local fans that remember him, he's when he's healthy, he's a dynamic athlete in the open court and can really score the ball. So, and then we have a kid named Cougar Downing, who's an outstanding 3-point shooter. So we're just trying to blend them all in and see which guys fit together the most, in our guard spot, especially.
In the front court, you bring back a really great piece, somebody that makes the conference preseason first team here, in Josh Adunawu. Just 6'6", dynamic, athletic, can do a little bit of everything for you. I think he's going to be obviously a huge piece for you guys. He took a big jump last year. Can he take that next jump again this season? Like, what are you seeing from him so far?
I sure hope so. No, he's been awesome. I mean, what people first, what you got to understand about Josh is just, I don't know how to say it, like, just a beautiful human being, man. Just a great person. Like, there's not a day he doesn't walk in that gym and he's smiling and talking it up. And he's a great leader. So, like, again, to have him back, and he wanted to come back. Like, he didn't want to go in a transfer portal. If he didn't get his waiver, he was going to go pro, but he wanted to come back because he felt he made such a big jump from Columbia to our program in 1 year. What could it do for him the next year? And two-way street, man. We're getting a lot out of him, and he's given us a lot. So really excited. I think you'll see he's expanded his game a bit more. He can play on a perimeter with comfort. He's a guy that can facilitate offense for us, playing through him a little bit. But he's just he's one of the best leaders I've ever had. So really excited for him.
Yeah, I'm excited for him to get that waiver too. I know those things don't
Yeah.
always work out the common
Yeah.
sense way that a lot of people would think. So that's great to have him back. And I know it's tough for you guys, I'm sure, to put a roster together, when you're waiting way into the summer to find out if one of your biggest pieces will be back on the court or not.
Yeah, I'll let you know. It was definitely a little nerve-wracking
Sure.
because we didn't get the word until like August. And
crazy.
I know the NCAA is busy, but I think they got to do a better job with that
Yeah.
with these kids and instead of leaving them hanging like that. So, but yeah, it kind of put us in limbo. And we were like, hey, if we get them back, we're not going to get another person in the portal
Yeah, they can
that
do
we know can do what Josh did. So we had to roll the dice because of the chance from getting back. And then when it got later and later and later, I was like, holy smokes, man, now we might be in a little bit of trouble, but it worked out. It really did. And, we're not like Maryland or some of these other schools that have a ton of money to throw at guys. That's just not who we are, like, so we had to build the class with, who we are and trying to get guys better and give them opportunities. So I think we did a pretty good job with that.
You mentioned Ace Valentine, who may not play because of the injury, but he's a guy that last year I thought was going to take that bigger jump. But I'm like hoping for that this year. What have you seen from Ace so far in practice?
Yeah, listen, first of all, talking about, great kids and
Sure.
Ace didn't have a very good end of last year. Beginning of it, didn't have a great end of last year. He got sick. He lost a lot of weight. And I sat him down and I was just, as people know about me, I'm a truth teller. So I just kind of tell it as it is. So kind of challenged Ace. And I would say 99% of the kids in college basketball this year would have packed up, put his name in the portal and went somewhere else. And Ace didn't. He didn't flinch. He was like, he heard it, listened, and he worked. Changed his body. He looks big. He's strong. He's become a better leader. He's gotten better in understanding how to play. And you got to give a kid like that a lot of credit, especially in this environment now, man. So I'm really hoping, that we can get him back in the groove, hopefully by the start of the season, the real season, that he's ready to go. Because I think he can put an imprint on this team that can really help us, take that next step.
And he's a bigger guard, especially by American
Especially now,
standards,
man,
too.
like
Yeah.
people are going to see him, he's big. He's big. He's strong. He's bought into, I challenge him. You want to be a big guard, then be big. Be a big guard. So he's really, developed into that. And he's starting to feel good about himself now, too.
That's awesome too. And yeah, I did a podcast with him before last season. Just a great guy, and
Yeah,
I'm
great
glad he's
kid.
taken on that challenge too. So
Yeah,
it's
local
exciting to see.
kid from Mount St. Joe's, mom played at Georgetown, all-time assist leader. Dad played at Towson. Like, they're just awesome people. So fortunate to keep a kid like that home.
Yeah, absolutely. So you don't have to give us a number or anything like that, but like, what are the overall goals for this season? Like, what are you looking to show with this group and what they can do?
Yeah, I mean, like it is every year. Like, we want to compete for the America East Championship, like we did my first 2 years, right? I mean, shoot, we finished the second, came one game away, right, and lost to an unbelievable Vermont team. But, if we can get as good as I think we can and keep improving and stay together, for me, I've been doing this a long time and understand levels like this and leagues like this. If we can finish in the top 4 in our league, you're going to give yourself a chance to win a conference championship, conference tournament. And I think that's what we're just going to focus on. Really just going to focus on getting better every day. Like I tell our guys, what do we got? League games, 16, 18 league games. That's just one game. How many times when the season's over, the dust clears, we see who our matchup is, the conference tournament, and let's go. So as long as we keep that mindset of just focus on getting better, then I think this group will have a chance. I really do.
Yeah, looking at these teams on paper, Vermont, Maine, Albany, like this group seems equipped to compete with all of them for that conference championship. So I'm excited for you guys.
Yeah, I think so, right? I mean, everybody lost everybody except for Vermont. Vermont's got a lot of guys back, and the TJ is really good, and John just does a fantastic job. So they are obviously, I think, above everybody. But then everybody, like Maine, he's done a great job up there, but they lost their whole team. Albany lost their whole team. Bryant lost their whole team. Lowell too. Like it's. That's what this level has become now, and I'm not a big fan of it, but you got to adapt, man. You got to adapt. So I think, as long as everybody, certainly us, I don't even know who half the guys in our league have, nor do I care right now. Like I got to get to know my team. So we just
That's a
focus on
problem
that.
for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we'll deal with that as we get closer, right? But I really like this group. I like what we've put together, and they have given me no reason to think we can't. Now we'll see what happens Monday night, how we handle things, how we work on getting better, how, when roles develop, if people can handle them, and then we'll go from there.
Coach, I'm really excited for you guys. I think this will be really fun. Thank you guys for making this happen and doing it. I think, going to UMD, I've got a bunch of friends that went to UMBC, so there's some bragging rights stuff to talk about even for an exhibition game. But really, it's just fun for the basketball fans in the area. So good luck in the game. Good luck this season, and look forward to following what you guys do throughout the course of things.
Awesome, Matt. You're the best, man. I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, everybody, you know the drill. If you're watching this on YouTube, click that like button for us, rate, review, subscribe, and go out Monday night, 7 p.m. in College Park and check out these two really fun teams. And until then, fear the podcast.